So you had 3 drinks before the party, you rehearsed a text for an hour, you've been about to start that business for how many years? It's not a confidence problem. It's a confront problem. You know, LRH, L. Ron Hubbard, defines confront as the ability to be there comfortably and perceive. And it's an ability. He says it's an ability. And the great thing about Scientology is it's an ability that you can improve, you can work on. But let's talk about first, like, why would you want to know how to confront? What would you gain if you could confront? If you could face the world instead of avoiding it? There's many ways to avoid it, and I think it's a common thing to avoid. You can avoid with alcohol. You can avoid by not calling the person you should be calling. Could be in business, could be the girl you're interested in. If you could just face the world would be much simpler to live in, don't you think? So, let me give you like a list of things that could be yours. If you could just confront, imagine you could easily get in front of a large group of a few thousand people. You could jump on social media. You could talk to the high power business executive, give them your spiel of like, why are your whatever it is you're selling valuable, and you could do it comfortably and easily. Or what if you're a man and you could easily, no problem, talk to the most beautiful women in the world, you know, if that's what you're interested in, and vice versa. Well, a lot of people, hardly anybody, can confront these things very easily. So if you don't have the ability to be there comfortably, you can't face it, and you're flinching or avoiding, you know, I'm just going to look the other way, then you won't get the fruits and beauties and joys out of life that are right there. Alcohol is another way to avoid. Drug is another way to avoid, you know, or you could move away, or you're done with it, or you want to put something else there. But remember, if you're not confronting, if you're not looking at the thing, you won't be able to perceive. So you don't really know what's there. You'll put something there to confront for you, something that maybe will explain why you don't need to face this thing, and you say, well, it's all bad over there, you know. But if you really face the actual thing you're looking at, or you talk to the person or the group or the people or the anything, and you look at it comfortably, you're facing it without any strain or worry or other thought, you can just look at it, then you will perceive, and you will start to see the world. And it's quite interesting because there is a lot of beauty in the world, and there are a lot of beautiful people. There's a lot of beautiful countries. There's a lot of beautiful artwork, a lot of beautiful businesses that can be made if you can just look at them. So how do you achieve this ability, right? If there's actually a way to, you could think of it like a level. You can have low confront, where the thing you do is to just kind of sit at home, and not that sitting at home all the time is bad, but I'm just saying, like, you prefer to never go out, or you're too afraid to go talk to people, or, you know, the only way you could have fun is to drink lots of alcohol. That's a level, a low level. Well, if you had a higher level and you had a bunch of friends and you're kind of popular or whatever, have a high ability to communicate, you have a business, you are owner of this and that, it's a higher level. But what if you had, there's a level and you could get a really high level and a really high level of confront? You know, it's almost like a scale, like how much of a confront do you have? What if you took a low level of confront and you started bringing it up step by step? High level confront. Talk in front of 1 million people? Sure, no problem. Talk to the president? That's all day. Prettiest girl in the world? Line them up. No problem, you know? High level of confront. So there is actually a drill in Scientology that brings up your ability to confront, and it doesn't do it like this. You know, it brings up your ability to face the world like this. And it has a name. All Scientologists would generally know what it is. It's called Training Routine Zero. It's called zero because it's like the beginning. Before you get to the one, you have to have the ability to face something. Before you start talking, before anything really ever even happens, really in your life, the first thing, the zero, is just learning to confront. And you know, confront doesn't have to be this difficult, hard word. It can just be facing something. And we call it TR0. So how is it done? There are some very basic courses in Scientology that you can do that will improve your ability to confront. It's not about staring, not blinking. It's about comfortably being in front of a situation, a person, a group, comfortably. Like, you're not worried about anything. There's nothing to be worried about because you're just facing what's there. And you can now, for the first time, see what's out there in the world and in life. You sit down with another person, and it's a drill. You drill your ability to confront. Your confront goes up and up and up. And there is a course in Scientology called the Success Through Communication course. There is a more advanced course. It's called the Professional Training Routine course. And you do this drill to a much, much higher standard. And you come out doing this drill with a higher ability to confront. Now think about that. How cool is that? And that's just one of the many elements in Scientology waiting for you. Alright, leave a like if you like this. If you want to know more, leave me a comment, and I'll be glad to tell you more about all of these things.